Welcome to another video on my ESP32 right here. Internet of Things device which I have not active currently, and it is a multifunctional device with multiple protocols. So in the walkthrough clockwise, LED via GPIO just on and off, buzzer same, 7segment display, as it says, 7 segments via GPIO on and off, servomotor via pulse modulation, and then a keypad via GPIO that doesn't really work yet for some reason. LCD via I2C does work mostly, and then here a little bit hidden is an LDR light dependent resistor which does work also via GPIO, but also another input. Alright, where am I now? Apart from the motor, which works and then doesn't work and then works again, which is why I have a probe on the 3.3 volts, which is needed by the LDR as well as the motor. I have also a probe on the pulse modulation channel, which only shows when the ESP32 is seated properly. The LCD usually works in the sense that the static and scrolling text are frequently blurred, but the latest action is a rewiring of buzzer and 7-segment display, because that doesn't quite work out. One of the last action last time was a probe put on the buzzer, and that did show a very weird signal, not on and off, but a continuous sinusoid signal that puzzles me. Anyway, that is why I have now the probe on here and the probe on here to see why this segment, the left lower segment, is not functioning. So using the Arduino IDE for programming, I have set everything right for programming, so let's do it. Which brings me to the fact that ESP has volatile memory, which means that once you remove the power, it's done. Program is not being retained. So let's take the chance to upload, and even uploading is not always fault free. Not that I have to change something, but then one or two attempts further it works. Now it is working. This is working. You can see the text scrolling by, so that is good. LED, 7 segments, 3 and then 4 and 5 go later. That is a buzzer, and then 5 and alright, 6 is not being shown again. And that's a weird thing, because this wire is supposed to be this segment. So 5 is shown and 6 is only this segment, which doesn't do anything. And the 2 isn't shown. So if that is something with the segment, I can't tell right now, and that's what I want to find out. On another thing is that I think I better reseat or press the ESP. Alright, there was nothing to reseat. It just was nicely connected. Let's wait for the next time. Pulse width is nicely going. But I don't see any signal here. So whatever is going on is not the way it's supposed to be. So let's find out further. So right now everything should be working. Pulse width modulation is nicely executed. And I'm waiting for a signal here, but it isn't there. This one is the buzzer. So if I show it like this, you see clearly that it is not an on-off signal, which is supposed to be. If I go down here, this is the buzzer. It's high and low. Well, this is neither high nor low. If it is 3.3 volts, then it is a continuous 3.3 volts and something. So it isn't quite the way I expect it to be. And this doesn't do a thing. So apart from this one, I am now very curious what is on the output of the chip with regard to the signal. And I have to be careful not to bump into anything. So this wire is right here, and indeed shows, oh wait, yeah, that is not going to work at all. Now I see that that wire is actually ground. So what have I done to wire it? Oh, that's a good one. I have to look into 19. Yes, that's good. And lower right, I'm talking about A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D. I'm talking about segment D, which is 2. Two is here. So I can remove this one. Doesn't make any sense at all. or can I? I have to look into the wiring of, let's see, that is 1, 2, 3. That is 1, 2, 3. I don't even think this wire has a meaning. It is 1, it's A, B, C is 15. So D should be 2. Where is number 2? That is here. And I'm blocking. That is right here. So where the other wire is leading to, that's a good question. Alright, time to rewire things. And then it turns out that I was counting wrong. This is A, B, C, D, E. E is number 4. Right here. And it turned out that pin 4, and I needed a loop to distinguish that it was indeed 4. The numbers are, the smaller numbers are hardly readable, which was empty. So as soon as I connected this one instead of the ground, which is by default 0, 4, then you see it start to work. The only thing is now that I still have to put a probe to it, and that will show that it certainly does work. 4 volts, or almost 4 volts. It's 3, and then 6, it works again. So that problem is definitely solved. That also means that I can put some more to it. Because these are 5 and 6. And let's, for the fun of it, LED 5 and LED 6, although this has no use. So what I can do is put LED 6 between the right here, and put, of course, then another digit. In between. That makes 7. And what is 7? 7 is only this, so that is high, 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 and the rest is low. Low, 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 and low. This is 7. Then right here it makes then sense for 8, completing the whole thing, which is, you guess it, everything is 1. So that will be nice. And then it is time to figure out the buzzer. Right now I have only one place to buzz, but if I like I do with segment display on different moments, then it will be nice to have it in a separate algorithm. The only thing is, here with segment display I am controlling different segments, and here I do not. I only control one single thing. So the question is, what's the use of it? Anyway, let's check for 1 through 8. There we go. LCD. And I realize it is not watchable from this camera, but I can assure you it works. Still no motor activity. 5 and 6, 7. I hear the buzzer, but it doesn't do what it should do. Eight, and it starts over. This buzzer is not acting nicely. Is it connected? Alright, it is connected quite alright. If I remove the wire, then it should immediately stop, and I have to take another tool. This one is much better. It's absolutely quiet now. And when I put it in again, or try to anyway, which is then of course harder than it seems. And then we have the signal again. And it's 0. And there's only one volume in the buzzer. I'm counting the number of seconds, more or less. And this is taking way too long, this buzz. It's taking way too long, so this is not nice. The whole signal is not nice. If you look at this signal, it doesn't make any sense at all. I'm not saying it has to be a block wave, but this is not good. No. Alright. Another thing that I still have to take care of course, is the keypad, which I unfortunately still haven't figured out. And I'm not quite sure what to do with it. The many attempts that I have taken for that, including figuring out how the wiring is not making it any easier. Also, the weird thing is that whenever I start it, the C key seems to be active while not pressing anything. So, whatever that is, anyway, how to go on and with what? Let me find out. Alright, so apart from a buzzer that is not quite functioning as it should, in my opinion, a motor that doesn't like to go work, a keypad that is not really functioning, I have actually 3 more really components to attach, which is in this case a microphone, which is also a humidity sensor and a temperature sensor. However, in order to connect them, I have to disconnect something else or combine something. Although I have not yet used all pins, here is one missing, one empty slot. Then there are at least 2 grounds left. There are 4 digital pins right there, and there's a 5 volts somewhere over there, and I really have to use a loop because of the way it is written. Anyway, big question: what to do and how to do it. Do I disconnect something? Do I remove something? And not to mention that I have yet another 7-segment display to be used. Removing the buzzer doesn't make much sense because it's only 1 wire. Removing the LED doesn't make much sense either, since that's only 1 wire. Same goes effectively for the motor, which is a plus, a minus, and pulse width modulation. Only 1 wire. LDR is 3, and well, basically the LDR is much like either one of these two, I think. So if I find out how I have to control these two, but then again, what readings, because there is no really fluctuating temperature here, so this doesn't make much sense. Then neither is the humidity, by the way. So in that case, the microphone makes much more sense. It has 4 connections, and I have to find out which ones they actually are. So in the time left, let's see how that works out. Right, a little investigation reveals that this one is quite easy to apply. Then I'm talking about the microphone. I haven't unpacked it yet, that may be clear. But it has, and how can I show it best? It has power, ground, and either an analog input or digital input. And because I have 1 connection left here, connection 23. I can just put it anywhere here, connected to power and ground, and here. And then the fun starts, because this is some kind of sound detection where an LED applies as well, and upon detecting it, the LED can go. So that can be a very fun thing to do, which will be applied next time with somehow the wires that I still have left when I rewired the 7-segment display as well as the buzzer. Remaining, of course, a motor and a keypad that are not doing what they should do. These two, humidity and temperature sensor, are going back in the storage, and these will be up for next time. And then it's time to wrap with actually the signal still unsolved, because this signal is not nice and I want to know what it is, but that's for another time. So for now, thanks for watching. Coming up is then, of course, for next time, microphone and LED, and something with the buzzer signal, which I don't get, amongst as other things that I have to solve. And this one has been solved by now. Just a rewiring. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please donate to keep my blog going. You can donate via PayPal and Wired. More information, see my website, and also see my website for becoming a patron and having your name mentioned on my website, and depending on the pledge, also with my videos. Everything, including my website, you can find under the video. And that's it. To be continued. Have a nice day, and bye bye.